So, after the deafness of archers, I took a minute to go over what weapon would be best to look into next. Well, as a contrast to the bow, might as well go into the axe. Looking at the two back to back gives me the vibes of Legolas and Gimli. Today, we will look at my top 5 axe users. The rules from the previous video still hold true. These are from games that I have at least beat, so unfortunately we may not see your favorite axe user today. As per usual form, please leave a like down below, subscribe to the channel if you're new, and let me know in the comments who some of your favorite axe units are. Also note that there will be spoilers for each game, so you have been warned. Haru Okumura from Persona 5 is starting us off today. She joins a little into the game as a surprise member for the Phantom Thieves when the little spat with Ryuji and Morgana goes off the deep end. Morgana discovers Haru and unlocks her persona Melody. While she has some decent skills being able to dish out Sayo damage, something only Joker could do at the time, she still bashes enemies up with her physical skills utilizing a giant axe. In the royal version of the game, she unlocks her third persona, Lucy, and gains the move Life Wall, a skill that erects a wall to reflect any attack as long as it isn't almighty, giving the party a chance to catch their breath before continuing the fight. Shinji Aragaki from Persona 3 was an original member of SEES and had gone to the same orphanage as Akihiko. He was a powerful axe wielder who mainly utilized physical skills with his persona Castor. He was there during the accident that had taken young Kanemata's mother's life, and holds himself personally responsible. He had been struggling and taking the same drugs used by Strega, an opposing force of Persona users, to calm his powers, and the price for it was that he was slowly dying to them so as to not lose control of his powers. A tragic character who was the only one on the list today that had to be nerfed into the ground. Basilio Magnus was part of the Parapus tribe in Metaphor Refantasio, a tribe of people who have animal features as well as being humanoid. Basilio is the bronze of a two-person operation with his brother Fidelio, where he declares that he's the brawn as any form of critical thinking is something his brother can handle, since he isn't that bright. This lovable Parapus started off as a form of opposition, being on Louis Squiaburn's side with the promise of equality among those who were strong instead of following the societal rules that certain tribes had to be seen as lesser. He doesn't join the party until late into the game, but joining the party leads to one of the saddest moments for me in the game after his brother's demise at the hand of Luis himself. He sees a figure of his brother in a dream and swears vengeance against Luis. He wields a giant axe, which fits with the berserker archetype he obtains in that dream with his brother. Where everyone else screamed their hearts out for their cause to the world, Basilio just had some simple words, a goodbye to his brother.
See you around, Dell.
Next two are very close to the top spot for me, but they are going to be as ordered. Randolph Orlando, or Randy, the son of the war god in the Trails series. We meet him in the Crossbell duology. When we see him in action, his main weapon of choice while playable is the stun halberd, a sort of axe that can course electricity through an enemy. He plays the aloof playboy who goes partying whenever he gets some free time, drinking whenever he can, but in reality he's an ex-Jaeger, which are mercenaries that can be hired to do basically anything, and he was part of and next in line to be leader of one of the strongest Jaeger corps, the Red Constellation. He brings out those skills in battle with an array of tactical crafts meant to deal with large groups. During his time with the Special Support section, he opens up more to the group and shows a more caring side. He was without a doubt my favorite character in the Crossbell games, and seeing him in Cold Steel 3 was a nice addition. I just wish that he was there more. On to number 1. Boyd from Fire Emblem Path of Radiance is my favorite axe wielder, for a couple of reasons, mainly with how he would just destroy any opposition. There was only one character in my playthrough that had more kills, being Ike. Whenever I would send him to an enemy group, I could just hit the skip button whenever it goes to the enemy's turn, and he would emerge victorious. He acts as a sort of rival to Ike in the beginning, but comes around after seeing what Ike can accomplish. Whenever you get him to the warrior class and gain its mastery, Boyd unlocks the Colossus skill, which gives him a modifier to damage if he has more con than the opposing unit. At this point in the game, Boyd should be a beast with con, so you are almost always going to gain that bonus, leading to him dealing more damage than most others you've recruited into the Grail Mercenaries. While he could have done more story-wise, he wasn't really meant to. He was the doofus who has a heart larger than his brain. And that is my list of my top 5 axe users in JRPGs. As always, leave a comment below who your favorites are, and subscribe to the channel if you're new so you can see more of these whenever they come out. And for the next top 5, I'll leave it up to y'all. Let's put it in the viewers' hands. The next ones that I'm thinking about are either the top 5 lance/spear users or the top 5 monk/fist fighters. I'll leave that to y'all in the comments below, and leave some of your favorites below as well. I'll catch y'all in the next one. Peace.